I know you're wondering how I became a certified data analyst without going back to school. Keep watching this video if you want to know more. This is not a sponsored ad, but it's me telling you to please like this content, like this video, share to people, and if you have not subscribed and you're still watching up till this point, please just subscribe. Okay, bye. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ometere. On here I'm known as Mettylicious. I am now a certified data analyst, and it's something huge, it's something big. So I'm going to be sharing my data analytics journey with you guys. It's going to be a series called Becoming a DA. Subscribe to my channel to know more about my data analytics journey. So on today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I became a data analyst. How did I do it? What did I do? How did I get to the tech space? And I think I'm allowed now to wear a turtleneck now. You know, it's a tech thing, so I think I'm allowed to do that, right? Yeah. I'm going to share a little background story of when I knew I wanted to become a data analyst. Back then in 2016, before I took the JAM, what was in was oil, you know, everything about oil industry, oil engineering and all of that. So I opted to study petroleum engineering from Canon University, but I wasn't given my course. I was given industrial chemistry, and I chose to study that because, you know, when they tell you, this course you can work anywhere, right? You can run. But anyways, I got to study industrial chemistry for 4 years of my life, and yes, within that 4 years I was always thinking, like, what am I going to use this degree to do? Along the line, I got to get the hang of it. You know, I started doing environmental. I got into that space because I opted to do the industrial chemistry environmental option of a thing, and it's called an environmental option. So yeah, analytics. You see what I'm doing? You see, like, I knew where I was going, but I didn't know what I was doing. Well, I got out of school thinking about what next. I knew NYC. At least I have a year to think about what I wanted to do. NYC came, and now I started thinking, what do I actually want to do? Because I didn't know what to do in my life, so I had to go back to my roots. Yeah, I shut down everything. You know, I was so, like, not really depressed. I just did not want to be involved with anything and anyone because I wanted to take out time to think about myself and think about things I wanted to do. So I had to find something to do with my degree. But you know, I started applying for industrial chemistry jobs. I wasn't getting what I really wanted, and I knew along the line that I didn't want to do this for a very long time. I knew I wanted something different. I knew I wanted something diverse. So I started to do my own research personally, and I really wanted to get into the tech field. You know, if you're on Twitter, you know that, oh, tech, everybody's doing tech. But how do I get into tech? Because there are a lot of unstructured information online. I have to do things structurally, right? So I wasn't getting the hang of that. I needed a form of structure. First, I thought I wanted to do digital marketing, so I started doing you know, taking digital marketing course. I took the Google digital marketing course. Fine, I owned a business, and it really helped me some type of way, but I knew that this is not what I really wanted. So I was having a conversation with a friend after church shenanigans, of course, and then we talked about data analytics, and then I found Mettylicious, where I got to learn more about data analytics. So we learned Excel, Power BI and SQL from Mettylicious. So yeah, that was where I got clarity. I wanted to do data analytics and not digital marketing. You might probably have been consuming a lot of information online on how to get started on data analytics, and so people are there to help you. I'm going to leave some YouTubers who actually helped me discover what I wanted to do. You need to understand what really being a data analyst really means. Firstly, have an analytical mindset. You have to, you know, this was a skill I actually got to develop in school because I studied industrial chemistry, analytical and environmental option, right? So I got to develop my analytical skills, which involved asking of questions. You know, as an analyst, you ask a lot of questions to develop insights, right? So as a data analyst, that is actually your job. You are consuming a lot of data, asking questions, and then giving insights to people that don't like numbers, basically. So yeah, that's what it is. So on that, you need to know that you have to be ready to solve problems. That's what being a data analyst means. So you're taking up big numbers. You know, so many people don't like seeing numbers. It is your job to take these numbers and then transform them into interesting charts, you know, just breaking it down for people to understand. When seeing charts, they understand what you're trying to say and what is actually happening. And you can also predict things from those charts. Secondly, you have to keep learning. You know, the world is changing, things are evolving, data is going to be produced every single day, and obviously ways to get and to interpret this data is going to be improved. The reason why you need to keep learning is because the data field is becoming so dynamic environment, and new data is being generated every single day. Everybody is generating data, so you need to keep learning on how to process new data. So there will be new tools, new software programs, new programming languages that you need to learn to interpret this data, because there are always going to be easier ways to interpret this data. It's always going to be improved year in, year out. Okay, which brings me to the tools that you actually need to get started. There are different tools, a lot of tools that you probably would have heard of and probably shaking to use. It's normal, I was there. Ranging from, you know, small data to really big data or complex data. Use tools like Excel, Python, SQL,
some others like Power BI and Tableau.
I know all these tools might sound so intimidating, like, Metty, what are you saying? But calm down. You have to just take it to a step at a time. There is no need for you to rush in this data analytics journey. Like I said, you are learning at your own pace. There will be jobs for you, okay? So jobs are not running out because data is being produced every day. It's a needed job and a rewarding one as well. So don't worry, you get that job that you want. But first of all, you need to build these skills. First of all, you need to understand each one by one. So I always advise people to learn Excel first. It's used everywhere, like in all organizations. You know, I probably move to a more complex one like Power BI or SQL or Python or R, you know, moving from step to step. Personally, I only know about Excel, Power BI and SQL. I'm trying to perfect these skills before I move to programming tools like R or Python. Okay, so I'm taking things a step at a time. Like I said, when you're done learning Microsoft Excel, you can't obviously be done learning, but when you think you've learned to a certain aspect, you can learn about Power BI, which is a data visualization tool. So Power BI is a way to extract, transform and load your data and then visualize it. So Power BI is just one of the BI tools. We have different BI tools like Tableau and some others. After learning all those basic tools at first, then moving to the very complex one, what I always like to tell people is to work on your resume. This is something I have been finding so challenging, but I've been watching some YouTube videos to see how to actually put my resume together. I can, you know, explain better, because that's what to speak for me, right? So obviously what you should be looking at is traineeship, internships, on where you can gain experience. I know this can be very difficult because I can say that myself. Finding a job it will be easier when you have, you know, experience, but what you need to just do is just to look for internships. So if you find any internship that you're willing to take in this case, so try to get the experience first. Try to understand what really means to use all these tools in the office, in the organization, and how to interpret data, you know, take up projects for people. So I always like to tell people to do their own research, try to find out more about, you know, data analytics is very, very wide. You need to find the area that you want to do, and also you need to take things a step at a time, right? Don't rush, do things at your own pace, and understand that it's a journey that should be enjoyed and not a journey because of the, you know, rewarding job at the end of it. We know that data analysis is you know, the new oil, so it's asking one that requires your senses, requires you to use your senses. You can apply for jobs, put it out there on probably LinkedIn or Twitter to find a community of people that you can share, you know, your baby steps with, to find people that are already in that field and people that are already in higher places, you know. So I need to learn from them, right? I'm trying to get a mentor, someone who has been in this field for quite a long period of time and who can mentor me in this space so I understand more about being a data analyst. To build an online presence, if you need to get a portfolio, do get a portfolio where you can put in your capstone project or things like that. I have a capstone project, and this is one thing I'm going to start working on this week to build my portfolio. So it's been a week now of being a data analyst, and I've just been consuming information left, right, center. But you know, you need to just put everything in structure. Try to probably get an app where you can put everything in structure so you understand more about this data analysis, and then don't rush it. So this applies to anybody in any tech field, right? This point applies to anybody. Don't rush the process, okay? Try to get insights, try to understand things from everybody, and then just put it inside once. You need to understand that you don't need to take be everywhere. Find a particular learning platform, learn with them or learn on your own in your own pace, and then move to another one. Other than starting this course, starting that course, starting everything everywhere, it's not gonna make so much sense. If you know you are a newbie in this field, kindly leave a comment for me, so I'll see it and then ask questions. Okay, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you did enjoy, and if you have questions, please leave them in the comment section for me. I will be more than willing to answer these questions, and if I cannot, I will refer you to people who can answer. More details on Way Academy, where I studied, will be in the description box. They did not pay for this, but it's Datalium and they are pretty good at what they do. This is free promotion, and I want you guys to benefit. I always want the best for my subscribers. So yes, if you have not subscribed, I have watched this video up to this point, and you're still going to come back to watch more about data analytics, come on, just hit the subscribe button. Okay, it's to help me, it's to help us grow in this field, and I'll see you guys in my next video. You have to do things structurally, right? Sell Power BI and SQL from the things. I'm done with the video. I'm done with it.